Hey guys, the summer of 1945, Germany was defeated, but the war wasn't over. The conflict flared up between the Soviets and the Americans and the British. So we're fighting the Soviets apparently, which is all you ever fight in the Sabre anymore. Not really complaining, there's not really anyone else you can fight. With a vampire on our team, I should probably just shoot him down now. I mean, I seriously put him out of his misery. I'm kidding, don't shoot teammates even if they're in crappy planes. We're going to try and take off without crashing into this B-17 that's taking off in front of us. I mean, we're going to very rapidly overtake this guy once we get airborne. But the AI, he's gone up, so I'm just going to go... It's going to go straight under him. And air. Why would you want to pull up when you could just wait for the ground to pull out? My nose is up, but I'm still descending. There we go. That's level flight. Let's pick up some speed. So flying the Sabre in realistic, now that it has its roll rate, it's nice. If you really want to be competitive and you don't want to end up getting killed by a MiG-15, I would highly recommend you stay fast. Pretty much any plane in the game. There are some planes that you can't outturn. With that said, don't even try. Just fly fast, fly low. And keeping some altitude is nice. Keeping altitude will prevent you from getting too slow. Am I the only Sabre? Nope, we got another F-Sabre. Alright, so it's not all on me. Nope, we have two other F-Sabres, and both of them are F-2s. Scheisse. That's right, these 50s do just fine against MiG-15s. Bombers are a bit of a problem, but MiGs, nah, they're not a problem. And I'm not worried about bombers, I'm worried about MiGs. So we're going to try and bait them for our allies. We're going to get into a nice 10-degree climb here, which puts me well over 30 meters per second. We're going to, and notice, 500 miles per hour indicated. We're going to try and climbing at 500. I can get over 30 meters per second at 500, and above 500 miles per hour, the Sabre outperforms the MiG in every way. The MiG climbs better above 500 miles per hour, the Sabre climbs better above 500, it turns better above 500, it rolls a lot better above 500. Basically, the Sabre, some planes are better at high altitude, some planes are better at low altitude. The Sabre is better faster. And it's a lot better faster than anything else in the game. As long as you're over 500 indicated, you can do pretty much anything to your opponent, unless they're a lot slower than you are. If they're slower, then they're going to easily turn inside you. Our AI going after one of their AIs. But then just level off, outrun them, zoom climb a little bit, do a split S, and see what's what. You'll notice I've flown straight to one of their airfields. That's not the airfield they take off from, though. The airfield they take off from is off to the side. And I might want to climb a little bit, but when it comes right down to it, I'm going to just zoom climb into the clouds so their AA doesn't shoot at me. I think I can make it just about to the clouds without dropping too much under 500. But going off of indicated airspeed rather than true airspeed, it does mean you can't stay above 500 indicated above about 4K, which simply means you probably shouldn't climb above 4K. And that's not necessarily a hard rule that you can't do around, but see, look, I'm at 400 miles per hour. That is way too slow. Way too slow, but I would need to climb into the cloud a little more to stop the AA from shooting at me. This AA popping at me. I can't tell you how many times I've been flying through a cloud, saw AA going off in front of me, and thought, what the hell is that? Oh, there must be an enemy up here. And sure enough, there was, and they just slipped right up behind you, and then you die in a big ball of flame. So the AA can apparently see through the clouds. So we're going to go into a shallow dive just to get out of range instead. And now I'm basically just flying back and forth between the areas that are theirs and ours. Just wait until I run into someone, really. And just stay at low altitude. There's no reason to climb in the Sabre anymore. When a MiG-15's above you, they don't really have any advantage on you because the only way they can use that advantage is to dive. And if they dive, they're giving up their advantage because they don't do well at high speed, and you do. And if they dive on you and deploy air brakes or something to slow down, it still doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I suck. I'm gonna pitch away from him, force him to turn after me if he wants to try and shoot me. He's already out of range, though, it doesn't matter. Big 9s, more Law 15s. I'm not seeing any King Cobra. So we're going to do a vertical reversal, something I would never do against a Russian team in the past in case there was a MiG-15 around. But I hold on to so much energy because of how slow my turn rate is due to G-lock. I've managed it no problem. Can't turn anywhere near sharp enough to get on his tail, though. So we're going to do it again. If the only reason I'm doing this is because I know there aren't MiG-15s around, and that's only a Law 15. And Law 15s aren't exactly threats. Nope, he's coming head-on. I don't do head-ons, sorry. Especially not with inferior planes. Doing a horizontal turn? Alright, well. Try me. Gonna do a split S now. Not gonna actually go head-on with him. Let's abuse this plane's high-speed roll rate. I was gonna do a vertical again, but let's pretend I'm worried about MiG-15s being around. Gonna just cut under him. Now he's coming out. He's already too slow. I'm going to start dragging him up for my teammate. See? As long as you stay fast enough, the enemies just aren't a threat to you. Look at how slow he is. He just isn't a threat to me. He's going to start to close in because he's climbing at an angle towards me because I'm not going straight up. And I would highly recommend not going straight up, but he's going to run out of speed here fast. I've already run out of speed trying to get my nose down. This is a situation you don't want to be in with enemies around. My elevator's just not doing anything. This plane's low speed agility has suffered this patch bad, but all swept wing planes should. Swept wing planes didn't do well anywhere near their stall speeds, and they had very high stall speeds because of the swept wings. This plane also has a laminar flow style wing that definitely doesn't help. Yeah, he's too slow. I'm not going to be able to follow him. Pulling up, being careful not to crash into this mountain. And doing another vertical reversal. Stopping, see who that is. Not a threat. And he's dead. So the one problem that the Sabre is going to start running into is competing over kills. This guy's 1 of 2 left. How the hell did a King Cobra get into a match like this? So at least I got an assist. Alright, we're going to go after him. I'm not fast enough to do my infinite turns thing. Being careful not to get too downwards. I don't want to, what I mean is I don't want to get my nose down. I'd rather go up than down. If I go down, oops, that King Cobra's coming up behind me. Hopefully he doesn't have the altitude to get me, and he doesn't. And he doesn't have the speed to get me. And I'm too slow again. Again, if there was a MiG-15 in this match, there's not a single MiG-15 on the enemy team. And half of our team's F-2s. This is easily the worst matchmaking I've ever seen the Russians get. I mean, this is just brutal. Going after the King Cobra just because he's in front of me. Oh, he's going head-on with me. Didn't realize he was going head-on with me. I seem to have gotten away with it, though. Again, be very careful not to get yourself descending too quickly. G-lock will get your dumbass killed. So I'm getting hits on the King Cobra, so that is my fire. This guy just reversed towards me. He's coming up after me. He is, so I'm going to go vertical, drag him up. Then I'm going to go back down again. I don't know what that's actually called, what I just did. It's basically, it's a lot like a vertical reversal, but you go halfway, you go to 90 degrees, then you do a 180 degree roll and come back down on the same side you went up. It works very well with aircraft like this that have high roll rates. And I like it. It's a fun maneuver. I was about to say, oh, you see how I'm coming in? How steep I am? Pull up. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is something that people in general are going to have to get used to, this G-lock. I love the crap out of it. I love how not necessarily fair, as I said, it really hurts MiG-15s because it allows the Sabre to do these hard turns that the MiG can't turn inside of. at extremely high speeds. Is he trying to pull head on with me? Hey, there we go. Set on fire by me. That's all it takes now. Oh my god, I am just the best that has ever existed in this game. I'm a king among mice. How's it going, my mice? You are welcome. I don't know if he was behind or in front of the I'm just gonna call it a Law 15. The Law 173 or 174, whatever it is. That's a prototype designation. Oh, his plane survived. Somebody should shoot him and get an assist. Assists actually are worth quite a lot. They're worth more than a AI kill is. So we got nothing but we got one enemy left and we got an AI left. I'm gonna cover this guy. It's not that I feel bad, but I do have 2 kills. The 2 F-25s are both dead, or the F-2s are both dead. How do you die? What were they fighting that killed them? I can understand if they accidentally G-lock themselves and smash themselves into the ground. I'm pretty sure there's no MiG-15s in this game. That guy might have been in a MiG-15 and I just didn't notice it, but I'm disappointed. We have 2 F-2s on our team that somehow managed to get themselves killed. Which, I don't understand how. I haven't been in even remotely... I haven't even been in a tiny bit of danger this entire game. It's just so easy to just not let the enemy have a chance. So if he's going to come to high altitude, I'll go to low altitude to spot then. I've already... this AA will shoot at us even while we're in the clouds. I'm starting to get fast, which means I'm starting to come up on my rip speed. It's a bit over 700 miles per hour. Your Buffett speed starts pretty low. I don't care about him. But just be careful when you're in your gentle dives. Basically, if you're under 3K, never point your nose at the ground. Just don't do it. You'll G-lock and get yourself killed very quickly. Gonna pop my speed brakes for a second to get myself below my Buffett speed so I don't hit it. Coming in this fast, there shouldn't be anything in the game other than another Sabre that could possibly attack me with any hope of success. A MiG-15 might be able to dive on me fast enough to catch up, but they're faster than me so they can't turn as hard because they'll hit G-lock sooner. Outrunning that Panther massively now. Notice how I'm still accelerating? In a jet lock, I'm accelerating still because despite the fact that the plane's buffeting like hell, I'm coming up on my rip speed. I'm also still not to my top speed. Which is interesting. And I missed their airfield. I was aiming for the enemy airfield. I missed. But look at my speed. I'm almost holding a constant speed in a 6G turn. That's what I mean. The Sabre can do these 6G turns at 600 miles per hour and it just never slows down. And I love the crap out of it. It makes a super good low altitude plane. The Panther, because of its lower top speed, is sort of vulnerable to some of the Russian aircraft, but not at low altitude, or not at high altitude. I mean, as long as the Panther has room to dive, it can put its mass and its dive speed to use. The Sabre doesn't need to. The Sabre can work just fine at ground level. So the Sabre is really the first American plane where you can lawn mow without being in too much danger. Nope. Oh, G-lock. Oh, G-lock. Oh, G-lock. That's what you need to pay attention to hills. Oops. I'm not even going to say anything to my team. I just pay attention. See, even I can do it. Even I do ridiculously dumb things. You need to be careful with G-lock. It's a killer. It really is. And you don't have to be going down. You can be in level flight, all of a sudden look forwards and realize there's a hill in front of you, and you don't have the maneuverability to get up over the hill. And then the trees reach up and try and eat you, and you don't want to get eaten by trees. So it turns out I'm the greatest pilot in the world, able to make ridiculous deflection shots with Sabres, no problem. It also turns out I suck terribly at dealing with G-lock, so, you know, good and bad things about this patch. So just You need to learn how to deal with G-lock. Don't be very careful about what's in front of you. You no longer have the maneuverability at speed to get out of the way of the ground rushing up at you. So, be very careful at high speed. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'm just going to end the video now. So, 2 and 1 again. I went 2 and 1 again. It seems to be I'm actually pretty good with jets. And you can be good with jets too. Just stay fast. Speed is the Sabre's friend. It really is. I'm willing to bet the other two F2s, they did the same thing I did. They got themselves into G-lock, they smashed themselves into the ground. I doubt that either of them were shot down. They might have been, though. I don't know. Just rewatch the video and watch the combat log, and you'll see when they get killed and by what. Which I'm going to stop the video now so I can go back and watch the video and see me get that deflection kill on the Loft 15. That was crazy. Bye, everyone.